In this tutorial, we'll be going over how to integrate a Crestron processor with Catch Connect. So first, download the archive file that's probably right below this video. There'll be a link for that. And inside this archive, you've got all of this other stuff in there. You've got a Simpl Windows program. You've got the modules. We've got one module for a digital, one for analog, one for serial, and then one for the service itself that actually creates the connection between the Catch Connect client and the Crestron processor. And there's an X panel in there. And if you're really curious, there is the source code for the Simpl Sharp classes that are used to create these modules. All right, enough of that. Let's take a look at the program. So here's the Simpl Windows program, the example program. And I've got a folder there called Catch Connect, which you could copy and paste into your project. To use Catch Connect, you'll need one service module, and in there, you just put in the port that you'd like to use to connect to the Catch Connect client. So you'll have a client software running somewhere on your network, and the Crestron processor will connect to that on this port. Actually, the other way around. This will make your Crestron processor listen for connections on this port, and it'll only accept one connection, and that's intended to be the Catch Connect client. And here you've got some status on the output, and that's all there is to that. As soon as it boots up, it'll start listening, and Catch Connect will connect. All right, so we've got one digital, one analog, one serial, and these you'll use just as you're accustomed to. So in here, you could put in whatever kind of a digital signal you like. It could be a button press from a touch panel. It could be feedback from a device, whatever it is. You give it a name, a friendly name to identify it. And here's some feedback as well. So you could use both the input and the output at the same time, or you could use one or the other for whatever it is you need to do. And if you use the same name on two of these modules, then they'll both have the same function. The outputs will track, and whatever happens on the input will have the same effect for both modules on the other side. All right, moving right along. So we'll have one of these for everything that we want to do. You can put them anywhere in your program, give them a name, and then send digital signals into Catch Connect or receive signals from Catch Connect. And that's all there is to it. It's about the same thing for an analog. I've got a sample in here to make sure that if we're doing like a level ramp or something like that, that we're not hammering Catch Connect with a bunch of analog values. So I've got a little sample in here so that when you release, in this case, it's a slider. So when the slider is released, then we send the value once, which is just a friendly thing to do to our system. And then we've got a serial here, and I've just got a little module that sends the serial when it's pressed. And here's the module itself for sending serials to Catch Connect, and that's all there is to it. And then there's an X panel as well, which we'll look at in a second. So what you would do is set all these up, compile your project, upload it to the processor, and then there's another step that we need to do. So when the program starts, it'll create a CSV file with all of the modules that you defined, all the Catch Connect modules you defined. So you'll need to open File Manager. That's this guy right here. Connect to your system. You could do this with FTP as well. And then browse to NVRAM, and the file will be called whatever the program ID is, -catchconnect.csv. And you'll just right click on that, say send files to, select a folder. I usually pick the download folder, wherever it is, and you'll download that and then upload that CSV file to Catch Connect, to a service in your Catch Connect web dashboard. Okay, so we'll do the upload really quickly here. There's another video that really gets into detail. I'll just create a new service on a client. I'll create a new service called Crestron and the processor name. And then here on this cloud link, we'll just click on that, browse to the file that we downloaded, and that's going to be over here in downloads. And we'll double click on that. And just like that, all of those commands that are in our Crestron program magically appear in our Catch Connect dashboard. So plus a few more. So for a digital, we actually create 3 commands. We create a command to turn that digital on, turn it off, or to pulse the output. So this would kind of be the output side. These are the commands we're sending to the Crestron processor, so they'll come out of the outputs of those modules. And here is what Catch Connect receives. That's why it's a response from this perspective. And these are values that you would put into the modules. Those are the inputs of the Catch Connect modules in your Crestron processor. And you could start firing off these commands here or accepting these, and then you're in the Catch Connect world, and you could do whatever you like with those commands. You could hook them up to Alexa or automations or notifications, do whatever you like, and all the new features that we'll be coming out with, like charting and things like that. And the final step here is to select a TCP client, because Catch Connect will be a client connecting to Crestron, and whatever the IP address is of your processor and the port that you entered. And then you click Save, and these settings get pushed down to your Catch Connect client, and then it connects to your processor. Then you could open up this X panel and maybe Simpl Debugger and start sending messages back and forth between your Crestron processor and Catch Connect. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments.